Once upon a time, in the village of Dasmana, lived a man named Arko and his wife, Tina. Arko was the headman of the village who owned large fields. He loved his wife dearly and would always buy her flowers and give her small presents. He took good care of his wife, who was pregnant, and the fields that they owned as well.
Here, this is for you, my love.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you so much. One day, when the baby was to be born, as his wife was taken to the nursing home, she began to feel extremely ill and was in great pain.
Don't worry, my love. You will be fine.
As he said this, Tina was taken into the delivery room along with a midwife. Arko waited outside, worried as he heard the chaos that went about inside. A few hours later, the chaos had silenced, and the faint, distant voice of a baby crying could be heard. The midwife came out, holding a baby in her hand. Wrapped in a blanket, she looked sad, with tears welled in her eyes. "It's a baby boy. He's a healthy kid, but I'm sorry. Your wife didn't make it."
Huh? No!
Arko was deeply saddened and inconsolable at the news of his wife. He gave up his role and responsibilities as the headman, and over the next few days, his sister would always be at his house to take care of the baby boy Simon. "Arko, you deserve to be happy again, and your son needs someone to take care of him. Why don't you get married?"
Why? Where are you going? I don't want to marry anyone.
"I'm not going anywhere, but this child needs someone to care and love him like a mother would." After much persuasion, Arko finally agreed, and a few weeks later, he was married to a lovely lady from the village, Donna. Donna was a sweet and kind lady who took great care of Simon and loved him as her own. This helped Arko feel better, and soon he became the jolly man he once was. Years passed, and Arko's family had become bigger. They now had 2 sons, Ryan and Rodney. Donna loved them all equally and did not differentiate between them at all, treating Simon as her own. "Here, boys, these are for y'all."
Oh, wow! Super Bat! He's my favorite superhero! Yeah, he is awesome!
Mine too. Thank you, Mother.
Even after having 2 of her own sons, her love for Simon never diminished and was always the same. She never let Ryan and Rodney know that Simon was their stepbrother. Arko would take his boys out to the field every year, and they would build a scarecrow together.
Simon, you go get the hay.
Yes, Father.
Ryan, Rodney, bring the sticks and clothes along.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
They loved making scarecrows together and would always make them together every year. One day, many scarecrows later, as the boys had grown up into men, Arko had become old and passed away. Simon had now taken up all the responsibilities of the house. He looked after the fields and took great care of his family, and they prospered and lived happily.
Mother, this is a new dress for you.
Thank you so much, son.
And here, Ryan, a pair of boots that you were talking about.
Oh, thanks, brother. These are amazing.
Oh, and Rod, I got something special for you.
Oh, wow. This is the bike I always wanted.
Thank you so much, brother.
This made their neighbors quite envious, and they decided to come up with a plan.
Look at him, with all his land.
Yeah, I have a way we can take some of his land.
Oh yeah? What is it?
The two younger brothers don't know that Simon is their stepbrother. We can tell them and get them to go against him. Once they get him out of the way, we can take over their land.
Then we will be rich. I like that.
The next day, when Ryan and Rodney were about to leave for the market, the two neighbors went up to them.
I see that your stepbrother has given you a nice gift.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, didn't you know? He is your father's firstborn from before he married your mother.
The boys were shocked at what the neighbors told them. They also told them that with him handling all the responsibilities, he would never let them inherit their halves of the land.
Do you know why he gave you this cycle?
Yeah, do you? Do you?
No.
This is his way of keeping you so occupied with these small things so that he can keep all the property to himself.
Yeah, he is not really your brother. He is just a selfish, greedy man.
Unaware of the neighbors' motives, the two brothers were coaxed against Simon. They became more furious than ever and were determined to make sure they got rid of him.
Come on, we need to get rid of him. Let's go tell Mother.
The boys went home immediately and told their mother everything. She was shocked to hear what they had to say.
Don't be silly. Your brother is not selfish.
I don't want to hear anything. Either you get rid of him, or we will.
There's no need to get rid of him. I will do something about it.
Donna was deeply saddened by this and understood exactly why the neighbors told the boys and what their intention was.
I have to find a way to set this right.
She stayed up all night, worried, trying to find a way to teach her sons and the neighbors a lesson. Later that night, when all three were fast asleep, she cried out,
Snake! A snake!
Where is it?
Oh, my son! I saw it disappear into your stomach.
Oh no!
From then on, lost his appetite and became weak. He sat in his bed all day, and over the next few days, he couldn't even sit up on his bed. Seeing their stepbrother in this state, the brothers felt like their mission was accomplished. The neighbors rejoiced at the news of Simon's weak state.
Our plan worked.
Yeah, now let's go take over their land.
The neighbors quickly extended their boundaries and took over large parts of their land. The boys tried whatever they could to reclaim their land, but it was of no use.
Hey, this is our field. Ah!
Seeing how they were tricked by the sly and cunning neighbors, they felt extremely ashamed. They went up to their mother to apologize and asked her to help them.
Mother, we are extremely sorry. We realize our mistake now.
We should not have given so much importance to the neighbor's words.
Simon has always been a great brother and has always taken good care of us.
And if it weren't for us, he would have been fine now, and none of this would have happened.
It's okay, my children. Let's just hope he gets better soon.
That night, as her sons were fast asleep, she cried out,
Snake! Snake!
Just then, Simon replied in a soft, faint voice.
Where did you see it?
I saw it come out of your stomach and disappear.
From that day onwards, Simon's condition became better, and he soon started eating and then began to walk around. One day, When he went out to the field, he saw that their land was taken over by the neighbors.
I know exactly how to fix this.
Simon went over to the headman of the village and explained to him how he had fallen extremely ill and that the neighbors had encroached upon his land. Seeing that Simon was out and about, the neighbors got scared and trembled at the thought of what he would do with them.
Oh no, Simon is back!
What do we do now?
Just then, the village headman arrived with a few village guards.
You're coming with us. Move your boundaries back immediately.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The two neighbors were punished and thrown into prison. They surrendered their land to Simon and learned their lesson that it's not good to deceive people and steal their property. And as for the three brothers, they became closer than they ever were, and together they took care of the fields, and they all prospered as one happy family.